Hey, what's up everyone, my name is Thijs and welcome to DualWielded. I'm working on a game that is designed by a random generator I found online. The random generator told me to make a Cold War era platform game where you dig for titanium with permadeath and randomly generated levels. What? So last devlog I kind of just made a character and animations and I mean that's it really. And I ended by stating what I wanted to do for this devlog. Oh! No, I actually wanted to add a sprint function and the ability to... So by holding shift, the player now walks faster. So I made a sprint animation that really emphasizes on the fact that sprinting with a huge backpack is pretty exhausting and asks for a lot of your strength. And you know, you look pretty stupid when doing so in general. And since this is an exhausting action for which you need a lot of strength for a short amount of time, I added a stamina bar. I also added hearts, kind of just to figure out how I wanted the UI to be. It follows the player's character and is pretty close to him. Because I feel like this adds a bit to the feeling of being in this very enclosed environment, a cave. You can't simply look on the top left to see how much health you've got left, you have to look at the character himself. The only real part of the screen to help the player with knowing if they're okay is the part where the character himself is. And since I'm thinking of adding some kind of lantern effect where the entire screen is pretty dark except a small space around the character, the player stats being in this kind of small zone of light with a dark scary cave surrounding it make the player feel isolated. What I also wanted to add, but haven't yet, is that the stamina bar is only visible when stamina is either being used or being recovered. Also, the stamina should wait a little before recovering, and I'm thinking of adding a punishment for running out of stamina like Dying Light has, where you have to wait for the entire bar to recover before being able to reuse it. Sprinting should also have some screen shake to make it more intense, but I'll work on that later. For now, let's mine these diamonds. So I've been thinking about how I want the game to work. What's the goal, how does the player achieve it, what kind of obstacles does he face, etc. Random level generation plays a big role in this. Did I want to make a Terraria / 2D Minecraft kind of game with random level generation? No. I chose for it to be a roguelike dungeon crawler with random level generation, but using pre-created rooms. So I also kind of figured out the goal of the game. You start by the exit of the cave, or just a door to the next level, with your wife and child. But you can't get through. You need a tool to be able to break your way through. And if you want to craft such a tool, you will need to explore the rest of the cave and find and mine enough clumps of titanium. Once you've found enough titanium, bandits taking shelter in the caves will find out about it and they'll chase you down to steal your precious titanium, making the way back to the exit and your family interesting, instead of just walking back through the empty rooms you cleared on your way towards the titanium. Basically, imagine playing The Binding of Isaac, but instead of one final room you need to get to in order to proceed, the room you spawn in is the room in which you can proceed. But to be able to do this, you need to explore and find titanium randomly spread throughout the dungeon. Once found, a special enemy is released, so that when you need to get back to the first room, you'll be chased. Now that I finally know what I even want to make, I can start with a titanium. So what does titanium look like again? Should I just drop pure metal or oh. Well, that should about do it. So I got inspired by Hollow Knight's geoclumps, so don't judge me, okay? I created 3 different sprites for this, with and without titanium. So when you get close to a titanium ore, an E icon pops up, just floating, chilling, vibing, which obviously tells the player they need to press. So if you press E, you mine the titanium. Oh, well, that's about it. Also, to make the game look more interesting, I made a tile sheet, which took way too long, but now the environment looks somewhat interesting, I guess. As you can see, the tile sheet isn't finished yet. I still want to add more variation to each and every single tile, and every possible tile isn't created yet. Like how there aren't any tiles yet to create corners like these. That's about it for this devlog. For the next devlog, I want to add some combat stuff. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. There's a link to my Discord server in the description. Have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.